Hello, I'm here with Dr. Paul Clayton, a leader in pharmaco-nutrition. Dr. Paul, could you please explain to the viewers what pharmaco-nutrition is about?
We'll start with a difficult question. Well, what I study is the pharmacological attributes of foods and food derivatives. And what is happening is that as our understanding of the incredible complexity of metabolomics increases, what we're finding is that there are more and more nutraceutical or pharmacological tools that we can use derived from foods and food derivatives with which we can intervene in this hugely complex metabolic processes that occur in humans and keep us alive and functioning. So that's one sort of working definition. Another definition is that we use foods and food derivatives to intervene in and help to maintain health and prevent progression to disease states. And the way that that comes about is that there's a developing understanding of the multiple metabolic imbalances that drive many of the disease states. The metabolic imbalances are very often affected by or caused by nutritional imbalances or depletions or sometimes frank deficiencies. And we understand that as these drive a disease towards its clinical emergence, there are many points in this chain where we can intervene. Now the pharmaceutical industry tries to do this with pharmaceutical intervention using typically very specific and very potent and, as we all know, often very toxic products. And I think it's based on a false philosophy, which we can trace back to Pasteur and before him to Aristotle, where you're looking for a single target. You're trying to resolve these hugely complex biochemical and physiological messes with a single magic bullet. It doesn't work. But if you analyze, for example, the multiple steps or imbalances that contribute to something like coronary artery disease, it's very clear that each one of these, and there's probably 10 or a dozen or more sequences that are going wrong in that sequence, instead of trying to shoot one of those steps with a magic bullet, a process which is philosophically flawed from the outset, very ineffective, what we do is to use the known pharmacological attributes of all these different foods and food extracts to rectify not just one of those imbalances but all of them. And when you do that, the blue zone data tell us that we can probably reduce the frequency of many of these degenerative diseases by up to 90%. Very high percentage.
Incredible. Well, thank you for that, Dr. Paul. Dr. Paul does have this book out, Let Your Food Be Your Pharmaco-Nutrition. Please contact me for a copy.